Hey guys, One Mikey 19 here. Now, last week in my Q&A video, I mentioned that it's possible that Dan Schneider might leave on his own terms. Well, that has been confirmed to be true. On March 26, 2018, it was announced that Dan Schneider and his production company, Schneider's Bakery, will be parting ways from Nickelodeon after more than 2 decades with the network. According to sources, articles linked the exit to multiple complaints about Dan's behavior, including surrounding an incident and meeting last week when Nickelodeon executives indicated to him that Game Shakers was not getting renewed for a fourth season, and this happened a day before Game Shakers officially wrapped. Sources say that Dan's reaction was, at least in part, due to the fact that Game Shakers was about to wrap production on its third season the following day with a cliffhanger season finale, which would leave fans without closure. Dan has also been plagued with rumors of inappropriate behavior from an apparent foot fetish that is displayed in his series and social media posts to a well-documented temper issue. Both of these accusations were unsubstantiated at this time. However, that wasn't the case with his exit. His exit from Nickelodeon had to do with a change in management with Nickelodeon. Apparently, a new person in charge wanted to try something different with live action and decided to let go of Dan and move on to other opportunities. I believe this has something to do with changes at Viacom, since it's a possibility that they are making changes over at Nick. Nickelodeon even went through a major transformation at their animation studios, destroying their iconic sign at their animation building and replacing it with the new logo. Nick on Sunset, where Drake and Josh, iCarly, and Victorious were shot, even got demolished, and they moved their studios to Burbank Studios, where they tape Henry Danger and Game Shakers now. Now, Nick said that they were not ready to let go of Henry Danger just yet, as they want to proceed with the 5th season of the show. Now, I don't know how it's going to work without Dan involved, since most of his writing staff, including Chris Nowak and Jake Farrell, have all left with him. Plus, Dan was also very upset when he had to share his Game Shaker soundstage with a new Nickelodeon show entitled Cousins for Life, which is going to begin production very soon, and was created by former co-workers of his from All That and Kenan and Kel, Kevin Coppola, and Heath Seifert. Something tells me that Dan had issues with both Kevin and Heath when they were working together. I'm not really sure what happened between the three of them, because Kevin and Heath haven't worked for Dan since Kenan and Kel, so yeah, something must have happened behind the scenes with them. Now, if Henry Danger does get a 5th season, which is likely to do so, I am really worried how the show's future is going to turn out, especially with a new showrunner and a new writing team involved, because most of the writing team behind both Henry Danger and Game Shakers come from Schneider's Bakery, including the directors Steve Hafer, Russ Reinsel, Adam Weissman, Mike Caren, and Nathan Kress. Now, I'm not sure if his current contract with Nick is still active. He may still do the 5th and final season, and I really want him to finish the show, but I really don't think so, and his contract may have expired though. I always wondered how Dan would have ended Henry Danger. Maybe a time jump to several years later, where Henry is now Captain Man and hires a new Kid Danger. Now, that would be a great way to end Henry Danger, but I don't know. Maybe Dan will still be involved, maybe as a consultant, like he will oversee the stories and offer suggestions, kind of like what Steve Hillenburg is doing with SpongeBob after he left. Now, what I am thinking is that the contract for Henry Danger is for 5 seasons, as Jake has the same contract. So they may be forced to do it still and get Chris Nowak as showrunner if Dan isn't doing it. I would love to see Chris Nowak take over showrunning duties. He's basically co-showrunner with Dan on Henry Danger, while Jake Farrell is co-showrunner on Game Shakers. Now, with Game Shakers now over, it's either Chris or Jake that I want for a showrunner. Both are excellent writers, and you probably remember Jake when he played Gavin on Drake and Josh. So, what's next for Dan? Well, he may go to another company, maybe Disney Channel or Netflix, and pitch shows to them. I would love to see Dan pitch a show to Netflix. That way I could see every episode of that show that same day, like Fuller House or The Ranch. Well, that's pretty much what I have to say. I am very shocked and saddened that Dan has left Nickelodeon, and I wish him nothing but the very best in his future. Anyways, until next time, I'm One Mikey 19, and I'm signing out.